Good evening, Greta.
Why do you think, sir, that he is going to make this request for authorization? He has been acting so far under a 2002 authorization for President Bush 43 to conduct a military action in Iraq. So why does he now think he needs an authorization? What's changed?
Greta, I believe the president has the legal authority he needs to conduct the military operations necessary to keep America safe against the Islamic State. It's always better, though, if the Congress and the president speak with one voice when it comes to national security. Unfortunately, the problem right now is not speaking with one voice, is that the president has largely been mute. Over the last year, we've seen the president call the Islamic State the JV team. In September, he compared the successes in Yemen, where we may be closing the embassy today, to what he hopes to achieve against the Islamic State. And he laid down a goal, defeating the Islamic State, which is what we all want to do, but he simply doesn't have a strategy and hasn't provided the resources necessary. In the end, wars are not won by paper resolutions. They are won by resolution, and the president has simply been irresolute.
What do you think he's going to ask for, and what are you hearing from your colleagues across the aisle, the Democrats? Are they going to give him the authorization he wants? I mean, will there be boots on the ground, for instance?
It's unclear to me, Greta, what the president will ask for. I believe that he has the legal authority he needs in either the 2001 resolution in particular or perhaps the 2002. I would be open to simply amending the 2001 resolution that was targeted against the people who launched 9/11 attacks against us or who are affiliated with those groups, to simply add the Islamic State. And that way the Congress can speak simply with one voice with the president without tying the hands of our commanders, who are going to be providing their best professional military judgment to help the president achieve the goal that he has set out, that he has not provided a strategy to achieve.
All right, Senator, you said this week about Gitmo. Let me play the sound and ask you about this.
We should be sending more terrorists there for further interrogation to keep this country safe. As far as I'm concerned, every last one of them can rot in hell. But as long as they don't do that, then they can rot in Guantanamo Bay.
Does this mean Gitmo's not going to close? I mean, you sound pretty strong on it. I realize that it's ultimately up to the president and a vote and everybody else, but your thoughts?
Well, I certainly don't think Guantanamo Bay should be closed. Again, I think it's a perfect example of this president's weak leadership when it comes to protecting America, that he hasn't sent a single terrorist to Guantanamo Bay in his 6+ years in office. That is a modern facility. It is designed for this very purpose. We only have about 120 terrorists left there, and these are the hardest of the hardcore. And while we should kill terrorists if that's the only option, it's better to capture them and interrogate them for the intelligence value that we can then use to keep America safe. Just think, if we captured, or an allied country captured, one of the senior leaders of the Islamic State and turned them over to the United States, what would we do with him? Would we send him to a court in New York City or in Washington, D.C.? No, we should send him to Guantanamo Bay and interrogate him and get live intelligence value that are designed to save American lives. We shouldn't be embarrassed by that facility. We should be using it to keep America safe.
Senator, thank you for joining us. And there is news tonight that Jordan